You clear your throat in the morning, and it is back before lunch. You clear it before a conversation, and it returns within minutes. You have tried warm water, honey, lozenges, syrups from the pharmacy, and nothing lasts. When you mention it to people, the answer is almost always the same. That is just your age. Learn to live with it. I want to tell you something that 15 years of clinical practice has made absolutely clear to me. That answer is wrong. Persistent mucus in your throat has a cause. In most cases, it has 4 specific causes, none of which have anything to do with simply getting older. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what those 4 causes are. Before we go further, drop a comment below right now and tell me honestly, how long have you been dealing with this? And if someone has ever told you to simply accept it as part of aging, add the word dismissed to your comment. Let us begin. Before we go through the causes, I need you to understand one thing. Mucus is not the enemy. Every single day, your body produces a significant amount of mucus, and it does so for very good reasons. Mucus traps dust, airborne particles, bacteria, and viruses before they can penetrate deeper into your lungs. The problem is never the mucus itself. The problem begins when that normally fluid protective layer becomes thick and sticky. When instead of flowing smoothly, it stagnates, builds up, and creates that persistent, uncomfortable sensation. As we get older, the tiny hair-like structures lining your airways, whose job is to sweep mucus, work more slowly. Any irritant tends to linger longer. Understanding this explains why the 4 causes have such a pronounced effect now. I want to tell you about a patient, Evelyn, a 68-year-old woman who came to see me after 8 months of a throat that never felt clear. She had tried everything: honey and lemon, steam inhalation, every over-the-counter preparation. Nothing produced lasting relief. When we sat down together, what emerged was not one cause, but 3 overlapping factors, none of which had been identified. Once we tackled those factors, she messaged me 3 weeks later. For the first time in months, she had woken up clear. She had not needed a prescription. She had needed the right information. Cause number 1 is silent reflux. Silent reflux is different. Stomach acid travels upward, not just to the esophagus, but all the way to the voice box. The throat and vocal cords are far more sensitive to acid than the esophagus. Even tiny amounts cause significant irritation. Here is the part that makes it so missed. There is often no heartburn, no burning sensation in the chest, just that mucus. Your body is trying to coat and protect the irritated tissue. This is a completely logical biological response to acid. If your throat feels worse in the morning, or you notice throat clearing when you bend forward, these are patterns to watch. First, try not to eat within 3 hours of going to bed. Second, elevate the head of your bed slightly. Not just extra pillows, but an actual incline to keep acid down with gravity. If you take anti-inflammatory meds for joint pain, please discuss this with your doctor. They can relax the stomach valve. Cause number 2, postnasal drip from chronic sinus congestion. This is often quiet and goes unidentified for months. It does not always mean pressure headaches. It is often just a steady, quiet draining of mucus while you sleep. The most effective approach is regular nasal rinsing with a gentle, warm saline solution once or twice daily. Always use water that has been boiled and cooled. Add a small pinch of bicarbonate of soda alongside the salt. Tell me in the comments, have you ever tried nasal rinsing? Your answer might encourage someone else to try it. Cause number 3 is medications. Certain blood pressure medications can trigger persistent throat clearing as a side effect. If your symptoms began when you started new meds, discuss this with your doctor. Please never stop your medication on your own. Air containing tobacco smoke, wood smoke, strong cleaning fumes, and dry, heated air all create ongoing irritation. Dehydration makes mucus thick and sticky. Think of cold versus warm honey. Well-hydrated mucus is fluid and easy to clear. Start every morning with 1 or 2 glasses of plain warm water. It immediately begins to thin the overnight mucus. Sugar with lemon is actually a dehydrating agent that can make mucus thicker rather than thinner. Dairy can create a sensation of thickness, and antihistamines often dry the mucus too much, making it harder to clear. Tonight, eat your last meal 3 hours before bed. Raise the head of your bed with a simple wedge. Tomorrow, begin your day with warm water. This week, get a nasal rinsing device and start saline rinsing. Make an appointment with your doctor to discuss your medications. Ask, do any of these affect my throat mucus? That persistent mucus is a signal. It is not an unavoidable part of aging. You now have the information to respond. In my next video, I'll talk about 5 specific foods that support throat health. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Drop a comment below. I read every one. Remember, this is about information. Take care of yourself.